the steps. On the steps, Ange. Sit. Sit. Forward. Step. Step. Good girl. Step. Good girl. Hello, my name is Mark Hartshorn. I suffer from retinitis pigmentosus. I've had a sight problem for about 16, 17 years, and I've got a guide dog called Angie.
Can you just describe how it feels for you to walk down a busy street, basically?
Not too bad with the guide dog, depending how busy it is and all the sounds all around the busyness. But having the guide dog is a massive help. If I didn't have the dog, then using a cane is quite difficult, mobility-wise, especially with obstacles in the way or people come across the front of you. You think it's sometimes you're to blame for them coming in front, and so it's quite hard in some circumstances. And if there's traffic up there as well, what's in your way, that's quite hard. But finding the shops with the guide dog is good because they're trying to go along and find shops and the routine they do. So that's not too bad like that.
My name's Cole. My condition's now stagnant and I've had it since birth.
So how do you cope? Would you say, like, if you were going to describe your sight to someone, how would you describe it?
Well, it depends on the day and my mood, really. Like, some days I have my good days, others I have bad.
So what conditions need to change? Is it the light or is it...
Well, the light has a big difference on you. Like when it's really sunny, literally there's all sorts of white lights and everything in my face, like in my eyes. And just in the dark, I'm literally blind as a bat.
Leaving home and walking up to the shopping areas or what local shops, most of the problem would be parked cars and pavements. The obstacles aren't too bad because you get used to your routes where you live and where obstacles normally are. But if you've got a guide dog, they do take you round, even parked cars, but sometimes it's quite difficult even with a dog because cars and vans park completely on the pavements, blocking their access. With RP, with some cases, it starts night time in the dark. You sort of start noticing, well, it's the problems you don't notice the things where a lamp post's in the way because you don't see them, and it slowly deteriorates into the daytime as well.
I know it's one of the most difficult things in the world to do, but can you describe the physical side of it? So when you first started to lose your sight, what did you... I mean, was it, blurry? Was it darker? Was it lighter?
Things start to go blurry if you start to pick the newspaper up, for instance. The first time I noticed, I kept thinking it was me with a print first. You're picking a newspaper up as you generally do, open the pages and the letters start to blur into one. And that's how I first, one of the problems started noticing. Was it just me first? Noticing, was it the print on the paper, And then realising it becomes more and more of a problem. You see less and less of it. Yeah.
So if I was in the bus station, all I can tell, so people give me like dirty looks, so, oh, you don't need that, the way it gets bad, you don't need it. Got taken into account, I do have difficulties in seeing things. Take the bus number, don't realise what bus is coming, just literally right on top of me.
Do you feel like you're treated like everyone else?
Depending who you speak to. Because some people are ignorant of side problems. It's a difficult thing to understand side problems, really, unless you know another person what's had it or their family members have had it. Some can't appreciate how difficult it is for normal life, you know. Sometimes when you've got a side problem, people think you're not so friendly. The thing is, you didn't want to perhaps go out so much when you first started in the evenings. You lose your friends, a lot of friends who are sighted. And when you lose your job, I'd say losing your job, when I finished my work, because I had to, I was in the building trade. You start to lose friends because you don't want to go out. Partly it feels like an embarrassment to yourself, you know, you don't want to show yourself up like somebody clumsy. So you go out less and less. And I think that becomes like a fear or embarrassment, I don't know which word you'd put, really. You know, perhaps a bit frightened going out sometimes as well, you get less and less going out. Funny enough, the other week, I went to the off licence, and you really have to make sure you know what you're taking out. Just to try to sort of give me change which wasn't right. But that's a rarity, just normally they're pretty good. People are, they count the money out, some people do, you know, the change. But you've got to make sure you know what you're doing, but I think that applies to generally anyway, doesn't it? That's how I see it.
So do you feel, you know, if you went out and you lost your cane, for example, would you worry about getting back? Do you feel like you cope a lot better with it?
Yeah, probably cope a lot better with it, because then people realise I can't tell most things, and they'll probably, if they're nice enough, they'll probably come over and help me.
So do you think it's good for your confidence carrying a cane around?
Yeah.
So similar to the question I asked Mark, how do you feel that you're viewed by other people? Do you think you're viewed as, you know, being different, being strange maybe, or do you not worry about that?
Well, it depends on who is around you and where you are. I'd say at Wolverhampton, I've got there a few times. You probably get some people who just walk straight past you and couldn't care less. And you get a lot of the older community, they'll probably come over and ask you if you need any help.
Good girl. Take one. Take one.
Showing off now.